Hi guys, we're in Unit 8, Day 5 notes, solving from a description. On the top of your notes you'll see this flow chart. I'm going to talk through the flow chart with the next few examples, so you can always go back to that and refer to it when you have your own questions when you're doing your homework. Something we're definitely going to need today is a calculator, so if you need to pause the video, maybe go find your graphing calculator. That would be a good idea, as I'm going to be doing a lot of the calculations on there. Okay, we're going to read through this and then we'll make our triangle. It says draw a triangle using the given information, find the requested values, round to the tenths. So just a reminder, I'm going to put on here, for this example, we're going to go to 1 decimal place. It kind of depends on the example. This one we're just going to 1 decimal place. And then it says you're given a triangle ABC. The right angle is C. Angle A is 47 degrees. Side A, because it's a little a, is 10. Find the following. We're going to find little b, little c, and big B. Big B would be an angle. Okay, right triangle. Let's draw this in. And it says that the right angle is C. I like to put A on the top, B on the bottom. Okay, and then it gives me angle A is 47, so I'll put that in that top corner. And then across from big A, directly opposite, is little a. That's 10. I have no idea what little b is or what little c are. That's what I'm going to look for in a few minutes here. I'm going to start by doing what I think is the easiest, which would be solve for big B. That's my angle. So if I want to solve for big B, I'm going to take 180 and I'm going to subtract it from the 2 pieces that I know. I know that one of my angles is 47. And I know that my other angle, this box right here in the corner, that represents 90 degrees. So if I take what I know and add them up, I get 137. And if I do 180 minus 137, I get 43. And then I'm going to put my degrees on there because it's talking about an angle. That would be 43 degrees, kind of tucked into this little corner. So that's the first thing. I'm just going to knock that out right away because I think it's the easiest. Then from here, I'm going to solve for my sides. I'm going to go in order just because little b is on the top. I'm going to do that one first. If I want to find little b, I'm going to circle my reference angle. I'm going to use the angle that they gave me, angle 47. From there, I'm going to label opposite, which would be directly across, adjacent, which would be next to, and hypotenuse, which is the diagonal. Also a reminder, hypotenuse is always across from angle C or across from the box. Okay, if I want to solve for little b here, I need to think about SOHCAHTOA. I want to think about this because if I want to solve for little b, I'm going to use the opposite side because I know it, and I'm looking for the adjacent. So if I want to have, or if I want to use O and A, I'm going to use tangent. The other two won't work for this one. So I'm going to set up a tangent. I'm going to do this on the side. I'm going to say tangent of whatever I circled. So tangent of that reference angle, 47, is equal to opposite, which is 10, over adjacent, which is B. I don't know it, so I'm just going to call it B. I taught my class a shortcut. If B is on the bottom, I can go ahead and switch those. So I end up with B is equal to 10 divided by tangent of 47. And this is where I'm going to type that fraction right into my calculator. So I'm going to take a second and go over to my calculator. I just have it on the side of my computer. I type it in, rounding to 1 decimal place, so I get 9.3. That is a side length, so I don't need degrees on that. It would be like inches or feet, something like that. So that's that first side that I was missing. If you're not getting 9.3, make sure your mode in your calculator is in degrees. Maybe pause the video, take a second, and try it on your own if you need to. So right now I was given side A. I just found side B. I'm looking for that last side, side C. I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So just a reminder, Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. I'm going to plug in what I know. I know A is 10, so I can replace that. We just found B, that's 9.3. I have no idea what C is. I'm going to find that. So if I do 10 squared plus 9.3 squared, I get 186.49 is equal to C squared. I can't leave it like that because C isn't technically by itself. It has the little exponent there. So to get rid of that exponent of 2, I need to square root both sides. So again, I jump to my calculator. I take the square root of 186.49. And the decimal I end up getting was 13 point and then round that 7. So 13.7 is that last missing side. So there's all the three pieces that I was looking for. Now, if I filled in all of my triangle, I would have all of the pieces. That's example 1. Flip it over. On the back, our last example, example 2, similar, but it gives us different information. So it wants us to draw the given, find the requested values, round to the 10th, same thing, and then it says you have triangle ABC, the right angle is C, little c is 9, and big B, so the angle is 33 degrees. Find the rest of the information. Okay, draw my triangle. Fill in as much as I know. I know C is the right angle, A is on the top. I like to put B down there. It said little c, so directly across from big C, side C is 9. Big B, that angle is 33. I want to find some of these other pieces, so I'm going to label a little bit more. Across from big A is little a, across from big B is little b. And then I'm going to start solving for what I think is easiest. What I think is easiest is big A, that angle. I know that all my triangles, my right triangles here add up to 180, so I'm going to take that and subtract the two things that I know. I know one of my angles is 33. I know that box, that other angle is 90. So if I do 180 minus 123, I am going to get 57, and then put your degrees on there. So let's fill that in. Okay, so that would be that missing angle. I just do that right away in the beginning. Then I'm going to find my missing sides. Again, I'm starting with side B just because it's listed first. I'm going to circle the angle, I'm going to circle the angle that they gave me. That's what we call our reference angle. From there, I'm going to label across from that circled part, I have opposite. Next to it, I have adjacent. Across from the box, the diagonal, is my hypotenuse. If I want to solve for little b, I'm going to use opposite and hypotenuse. So if you need to write this down and kind of pause and think about this, think about SOHCAHTOA. If I want opposite and hypotenuse would be sine. So when I write this, I'm going to have sine of whatever I circled, 33, is equal to opposite. Well, opposite is b, I don't know that, over hypotenuse, which is 9. I want to get that 9 out of the denominator because I want to solve for the variable. So I multiply both sides by 9. I have 9 times sine of 33 is equal to b. I just take that piece and I plug it in my calculator. Again, I'm going to switch over, type it in my calculator. I get 4.9. Again, rounding to 1 decimal place. So there's that answer that I got, 4.9. So that's the one missing side. So right now I have 2 of the sides. I'm going to find that third side. I can do this by the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Let's plug in what we know. I have no idea what a is, so I'm just going to leave it as a squared. B squared would be 4.9 squared. That's what we just found. C squared is 9 squared. So take a couple seconds here and kind of figure this out. I end up with a squared is equal to, let's see, let's do some calculations here. Oops, let me redo that. I end up with a squared is equal to 56.99. I need to get a alone, so I'm going to square both sides. So if I take the square root of that, I end up with 7. If you round it, 7.6 if you had rounded it. So that would be side A, 7.6. But I found that one with the Pythagorean theorem. So kind of 3 pieces, 3 steps to this. If I was going too fast, go back, rewatch the video, pause it, stop it. If you couldn't find your calculator, maybe go find it to make sure you can get these calculations. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. That's the only way that those are going to work out for you.